afternoon, Monday evening, wherever you are in the world. It is James Bonsama with you here from Kernel Media for this week's tech news and crypto news live stream. Welcome to it every Monday, 1:30 p.m. UTC, wherever you may be in the world. My voice is getting there slowly but surely after a week of fighting a bit of a chest infection and, of course, World Cup action, which got me very excited last night. Big shout out to the Three Lions for making it through to the next round. Wow. What a game. 3-2. England beat Mexico in the Azteca Stadium in Mexico. If you are a Mexican supporter, then my heart goes out to you because that was a very close game and I know how much the game meant to you. So yeah, big shout out. I am surviving, as you can hear. Right, what's going down in the world of crypto and tech? Let's have a look. Let's dig in and find out exactly what the latest is that you need to know. Let's run through it, shall we? Just a reminder, wherever you are watching, whether it be on Global Crypto, whether it be on Kernel Media, or even my personal X account, there are a couple of formatting differences. We optimize for mobile and for desktop. So wherever you are and however you're consuming this content, you can get it exactly tailored for your platform. So James Bonsama and Global Crypto's YouTube both have a platform optimized for your smartphone. So that is in portrait mode and that is for your smartphone. So if you're on desktop, then head on over to Kernel Media, Kernel Tech News Co., or Global Crypto TV. Now, our YouTube actually has both, either for mobile or for desktop. I wanted to make that clear. So if you would prefer to have a stream that fits the exact device that you're on, make sure you're on the right device. James Bonsama is the only X account that broadcasts in the portrait mode, and everyone else broadcasts a landscape, and YouTube has both. So I hope that is clear. Now, let's run through exactly what's been going down. Remember, you can get all of these stories on kernel.news, www.kernel.news, and on www.globalcrypto.tv. So what is the latest? Well, this is a big one for those of you that are investing in tech stocks. Singapore have seized, in fact, I apologize, this story is that story about the tech stocks is a little bit later. This one is still about AI because the tech stocks is about AI chip manufacturers going on the NASDAQ. So that's coming up. But Singapore have seized $42 million mansion in NVIDIA chip smuggling case. This is really interesting. They seized a 55 million Singapore dollar luxury bungalow and froze 1 million Singapore dollars in bank accounts, linking them directly to proceeds from smuggling advanced NVIDIA AI chips. Can you believe it? People are now smuggling NVIDIA AI chips. The operation involved routing restricted NVIDIA semiconductors through Singapore toward restricted markets like China, leading to money laundering and fraud charges against multiple individuals. Now, the case highlights Singapore's strict enforcement of export controls on AI hardware as part of global efforts to prevent sensitive technology from reaching adversaries. Of course, NVIDIA being an American company and China looking to catch up in the AI race, they need as much hardware as they can get. So this is interesting in the global geopolitical landscape right now. It underscores rising compliance pressures on the semiconductor supply chain, with increased scrutiny on transshipment hubs and intermediaries handling high performance GPUs. Now, why does it matter for you? Well, it shows how escalating geopolitical restrictions and enforcement actions on AI chips can disrupt supply chains, potentially raising costs, delaying availability, and affecting the pace of innovation in consumer AI products and services. Now, the one that I sort of alluded to earlier, SK Hynix are launching a massive, get this, have you ever heard of SK Hynix? By the way, I have never heard of SK Hynix. They are launching a massive $28 billion US NASDAQ listing. I mean, this is a company I've never heard of, and they're about to IPO at $28 billion. Make it make sense. South Korean chip maker, that's who they are. SK Hynix have launched book building for a massive $28 billion NASDAQ ADR listing, one of the largest foreign company debuts ever, planning to issue around 17.79 million new shares. The company is a dominant supplier of high bandwidth memory, HBM, chips that are critical for powering NVIDIA's AI GPUs and data center servers. Proceeds from the listing are going to fund expanded production of advanced AI memory chips, new fabrication facilities, and capacity increases to meet, of course, the surging global demand in AI. Trading under the ticker SKHY, it's expected to begin around July 10th, so that's literally only 4 days away, with strong early investor interest reported from major funds. So look out for that. If you are a tech investor, then you want to keep an eye on SKHY on the NASDAQ. The move gives SK Hynix greater access to US capital markets and serves as a key barometer for the strength of the ongoing AI chip and memory rally. Here's why it matters to you. A successful SK Hynix listing and expansion could accelerate the supply of AI-enabling components, helping bring faster, more capable consumer AI features in phones, PCs, cloud services, and apps at potentially better availability or prices in the coming years. So look out for that. The SK Hynix NASDAQ listing, $28 billion. That is massive. Now, what's going on in the world of crypto? Big one came out this morning. This is huge. If you have any crypto on a wallet, specifically a wallet that is likely linked to a Chrome extension, these kind of wallets such as MetaMask, Solflare, etc., are currently facing a vulnerability. It's called the Bloom vulnerability, and it's exposed thousands of software crypto wallets. Over $5 million have already been stolen. So security firm CoinSpec this morning discovered over the weekend, but they announced it this morning. They discovered a weak randomness flaw in the seed phrase generation process used by these crypto wallets. The bug affects wallets on multiple blockchains like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Tron, Polygon, Rootstock, and others, and it stems from insufficient entropy, randomness, during seed creation, making some wallet addresses predictable and easier for attackers to brute force or target systematically. Attackers have already exploited it, draining over $5 million from vulnerable wallets since late May 2026 through coordinated campaigns. Hardware wallets like Ledger or Trezor are not affected, as the issue is specific to certain software implementations. Users with software wallets generated in the vulnerable period are advised to move funds to new, securely generated wallets immediately. If you haven't picked it up, this is why it matters for you. The flaw highlights ongoing risks in everyday software crypto wallets used by millions for holding or trading digital assets, reminding retail users to prioritize hardware wallets or freshly generated seeds and to move funds promptly when vulnerabilities like this surface. So please be aware of this. If you hold crypto on one of those wallets like MetaMask, Solflare, etc., then it might be a good idea to move your crypto off of those wallets and dig in a little bit deeper into this Bloom vulnerability. And wrapping up crypto news for today, Ripple have secured a full MiCA approval to expand crypto services across Europe. Ripple has received full approval under the EU's Markets in Crypto Assets, that's what MiCA stands for, Markets in Crypto Assets, regulation. It's a comprehensive framework that sets harmonized rules for crypto assets issuers, service providers, and exchanges across all EU member states to provide legal clarity, consumer protection, and standardized compliance. The approval allows Ripple to offer a wide range of regulated digital asset services, including payments and crypto infrastructure across the entire European Union under one license. What a pleasure. With the ability to passport services to other EU countries without needing separate approvals. This milestone strengthens Ripple's European expansion strategy, enabling it to serve both institutional clients, banks, fintechs, enterprises, and retail users with compliant blockchain payment solutions amid growing demand in the region. The approval reinforces Ripple's focus on regulatory compliance as a core business strategy and positions the company competitively as Mica reshapes Europe into one of the world's most crypto-friendly regulated markets. Now, I am going to have a look at my reporter here and just sort of dig into that. Is that true? Are they positioning themselves as one of the world's most crypto-friendly regulated markets? I find that interesting. I want to dig further into that. 1 second. Right, cough done. I think I'm better. Pretty much sounds the same, doesn't it? Right, and here's why it matters to you. The approval brings greater regulatory certainty and consumer protections to crypto payments and services in Europe, potentially making Ripple's offerings like faster cross-border transfers and digital asset tools more accessible, trustworthy, and widely available to everyday users. That wraps up our crypto for today. Remember, you can get all these stories at globalcrypto.tv. Now, what is the big tech check for the week? Tech check is something we do at the end of the show. We look at the latest in devices, games, consumer tech that you would be interested in and that you might want to get your hands on. So today we are looking at the Galaxy Z Fold 8. In particular, we're looking at the wider tablet-like model. The release date has been announced. It's coming at the next Samsung reveal. It offers a 7.6-inch inner dynamic AMOLED 2x display. Yep, 2x display. A 4:3 aspect ratio for a more tablet-like unfolded experience, paired with a 5.5-inch cover screen, which is thinner and lighter overall. In terms of hardware, Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy. That's the chipset that it's running with 12 gigs of RAM and storage options up to 1 terabyte for strong performance and, of course, AI features. 4,800 mAh battery with 45 wired fast charging, which is a notable upgrade, and improved wireless charging as well. A 200 MP main sensor in terms of the camera. That's a 200 megapixel main sensor, 50 megapixel ultra wide, a telephoto lens, plus dual selfie cameras with enhanced AI photography tools. It reduces the hinge crease as well, which a lot of people were complaining about in their previous Fold models. IPX8 water resistance and advanced Galaxy AI integration optimized for the larger inner display. The expected announcement is coming on the 22nd of July. That's going to be at the Samsung Galaxy Unpacked event. July 22nd, pre-orders have already opened. Retail availability is going to be around about August, and the pricing looks to be around $1,800 to $2,000. Very competitive when you compare it to iPhone models. And of course, it's going to be a little bit higher for the larger storage configs. This is what it looks like. Very cool. Fits in your hand. Very, very smooth, neat. And look at that. When it's folded like that, it really does look sexy. Obviously comes with the digital pen as well. That stylus is obviously really helpful once you open it up. And basically, it's like a phone. Open it up and you got yourself a tablet. These Galaxy Z Folds really are growing in demand, loved by tech users around the world. So if you are interested, there you go. It is coming on the 22nd of July. The Galaxy Z Fold 8, that's the wider tablet-like model. The smaller phone style model, the Galaxy Fold, is going to be announced as well on July 22nd. And that wraps up Tech Check. That wraps up the Kernel News and Global Crypto news stream for the week every Monday, 1:30 p.m. UTC. That is 9:30 a.m. EDT if you're on the East Coast of North America, 3:30 p.m. Central European Standard Time, and 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time if you are in India as well. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Please make sure that you are subscribed on YouTube, Global Crypto TV. Our Kernel News YouTube is going to be up and running very shortly as well. And please make sure you are following all of our accounts. Kernel Media, which is where we speak about our Web3 offering and primarily focus on the overarching company. Kernel Tech News Co., that's one word. Kernel Tech News, one word, is where you can find us in terms of all tech news. Kernel Tech News, one word on X, and Global Crypto TV, one word on X, focuses on all our crypto news. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you same time, same place next week. Every Monday we do this news stream. We appreciate your support. From me, James Bonsama, it is a very